The biggest thing I think probably was the development of your person. This is the awards that they give to the people on the ship, and that's what I reflect on more than anything. It gives you a perspective on life. Well, my mother worked at the NAD in Hastings here during the war, and she went through one of the explosions. She happened to be pregnant with me, 5 months pregnant. After the explosion, they thought that she had passed, and they realized then that she wasn't passed, so she went into the hospital and everything like that. But it was just a freakish thing that she survived, because if it wasn't, I wouldn't be here today to talk about this. Born at Hastings, Nebraska, went to school at Hastings High, graduated in '62, and I went to Kearney State. And a friend of mine from Hastings came here and said, "Hey, why don't we join the service?" So I thought, well, I don't have enough money to go anymore, so we joined the Navy. Probably the best thing that happened, to us. The service developed me into a better person, I think. I'm quite a swimmer. That's one of my good things I have, I guess. And when I went into the boot camp, they made me a non-swim PO in boot camp to teach the people that couldn't swim how to swim and things like that. After boot camp, I went to Chicago to go to school for interior communications. And then after school, I went on board the Coral Sea. One of the things I got for Christmas, kind of ironic that I would make a model of a ship when I was a kid and then end up serving aboard the Coral Sea. We repair all the communications that take place on the ship. And so the planes, when they'd come and stuff, one of the watches we had to watch the planes to make sure that they were coming in correctly. It was a shock at first, And we went to Hawaii, first port, and the ship broke down, so we spent a month there. That's when the war started, and we were the first ships online in the Gulf of Tonkin, and that was a different situation then. We'd spend 50 to 60 days at sea. Some of the people that were on the ship that were World War II vets said that they'd never spent more than like 2 weeks at sea. So it was a big shock to them too. I was a fireman apprentice. So then you get to be an FN, that's the next step. I don't know if you can hardly see me right there, but there I am. There's my name right here. The final step for me was for third class, petty officer. But I was injured on the ship before I got my crow, and I never did get my crow, but I passed the test. But I never got a chance to wear it. Then like 4 and 8 watch, 4 on, 8 off, and then 6 and 6 sometimes. And so you're busy loading bombs. You do all kinds of working parties and things like that. So there's no time to have any really fun times or whatever. It's work continually. Some of the ports that we were in the Philippines, and the Longapo and Subic. We went to Hong Kong, Japan. We went to Subic in Japan. A couple of us guys got together, and we went from Yokosuka to Tokyo on the bullet train and got to see some of the Olympics. When I came back, I had an idea when I was with coins and things. I had a bunch of pennies from coin collections. And I thought, well, I'm going to do a little wreath or something and put a penny in when you were enlisted, like your marriage date or something like that. And then I thought, well, I'll expand upon that. I'll put the enlistment date and the discharge date as the years, and then put their personal things that they want to put on it. And that's basically how I came up with that. It'd be something to give back and help the organizations to exist and make people aware of things like that. I started out with guys that I'd been in the service with. I put all the pennies in order by year. So I make them in little plastic tubes. So that's the hard part of the frame thing. So the pennies, I try to find a nice one that's shiny, put that in there. But the bank was really friendly with me, so I'd get a box of pennies, like $25 worth of pennies, and then I'll go through all those and find the nice ones. Then I return the pennies to the bank.
And you actually helped the bank win their award?
Yes, that's what they told me. It was surprising when they got the penny for the award. It had 1945 on it. And I said they should have had 1944, my birth date on it.
What does Veterans Day mean to you?
Well, it's really to honor the people that are past and the missing people that are missing in action. It was this man here. He was a POW for 7 years in Hanoi. He was in with McCain too. But they came up with a code that they tapped on the walls. That's how they communicated with each other.
What is it like for you to talk to families of the veterans?
Well, it's overwhelming, really. You know, I don't know the people, and they're hugging me and telling me thanks for calling me a hero, and I said no. People that are past and the missing, those are the real heroes. It's for the people that didn't get to come back. There's a lot of good people that, like yourself, that has families, and everybody can relate to that. And for them just to say thank you, you know, that's the most important thing, and not to forget.